So we're just talking about this dashing man here that said, okay, whatever, if you're insisting that I do this, I will. Just talking about, well, tell me what you just said. I said, how are things going? And you said...
I'm a busybody.
Busybody.
But really, that was improper. I'm very busy. And however, ever since Satori has started this program, it's been a little bit different at home in the evenings.
And I said, what?
It's been a little bit different
And I made you repeat it 3 times.
And it's been a little bit different.
And in a good way or a bad way?
I would say it's both. I mean, a good way, our interaction. Like last night, we spent time working on her website. And it was just kind of a joy just seeing her being enthusiastic about doing this. Even though she was tired, hungry. But it was fun. She was curious and asked, I like this one too, as a dad. She goes, I really want your professional opinion. Hallelujah.
How cool is that? How cool is that? No, she never did that when she was doing algebra?
Not math, no way. I mean, she
Yeah.
always asked, hey Dad, can you help me? But
Yeah.
not quite the same thing.
Okay, so I have to share this story with you because this feeds right into it, and I think I might have already, but that's okay, we didn't have it captured. So, like the second day she was here, we had a long conversation on the way home, and I don't know if it was even the second day, but she was saying how she didn't feel like she'd been very productive, and she was worried about that. And so we talked about what she thought productivity was before, and turns out it was, that she had turned in her assignments, So then we talked about where we thought those assignments might possibly be today, and she was pretty certain they were trashed. And then we talked about, how much she might have learned from them. And this isn't dissing school at all. It's not dissing the people involved with school. This is dissing a system that doesn't work for everybody.
Right.
And it's not just in-time learning. So then we had this long conversation about the definition of productivity and the fact that she sat for an hour or she read a whole book in a day. Who's to say that's not a more productive thing for our Satori?
Right.
And so I thought, I'm learning so much from her. And we just walked in the door with Sierra and talked about Oren, who's 2 or 3. And we're learning so much from him, We have it all wrong, thinking that the only thing we can learn is from teachers, a specific curriculum.
A specific curriculum. I don't know if teachers are it's not the teachers.
Oh, definitely
it's
not
mostly,
teachers.
It's how we've structured it and how we believe. And as a parent, this is very uncomfortable. This first week has been uncomfortable because I'm, as you know, enculturated. This is the way we do business. This is the way we've always done it. This is the way my parents did it, and so forth. And whoever came up with the concept of how we are supposed to structure our school, we've done it the same since. We've tried to model it, change it here and there, it seems, but it's always been pretty much the same thing. And so it's hard for me at times because the productivity thing, I gauge my day sometimes on that.
On the checklist.
And
I grew up with a checklist.
And there are days, for instance, that I've been allowing myself to approach my business differently. A day of brainstorming as opposed to a day of I've got to be actually doing, forcing a sketch as opposed to research, brainstorming, going outside, just exploring.
Right.
And
Interesting.
it's kind of changed how I approach things. A lot of this has been rubbing off, just this past week talking with Monica, Heather and Sierra, and Jamie, and just a different approach to how I look at my own existence.